What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore and then run? But if it has to, does it explode? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore and then run? But if it has to, does it explode? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore and then run? Does it explode?
So this time we hit the right length, actually. Nice. I did it, chat. Can we get a clap for me or anything? But hey, we're gonna see a pick and ban phase, or a pick phase, where Chayrim has picked Nibble. Javzo has picked the Kaesla map. So that is the map called Remedy. And then we had Razii picking this map here, so the Firestorm map. And Sam picking 2R Tara, which was the map where Deska has, which is by Deska, and Hugo had WR on it. Wait, yeah, Deska? Wait, no, Roadtaker had WR on that. Okay, so we are good to go here, and I think we're gonna start very soon. And I'm joined by none other than Mr. eFFecT. Hello.
Hello. So yeah, thanks again, Turbo, for introducing me, and also yeah, for asking me to co-cast with you for day one of the Elity Cup, edition number 4.
Yep.
So I guess, are we starting quite soon? Okay, yeah. Are you ready? So I guess we're gonna have one warm-up. So we're gonna be having 4 maps. Interesting.
Yep. But it's cool that a pick phase is coming in, so that every player has its like own styled map. It will of course depend if you're finalist on your map that suits you well or not. But I think this is of course every time a little bit luck based, as we have Javzo, Sam, Razii, and then last but not least Chayrim on the server, who picked the RPG map and also has one of the fastest times on it, if I recall it correctly. Let me actually check. So Chayrim has WR on Talladega, actually, the Nexotica map. So not the not Nival. But I think we haven't seen him yet. We still have to see him perform. So I'm interested to see how he's doing. And yeah,
don't think we have seen him in the whole map. Maybe round 1, but I mean that would be surprisingly if he didn't perform well in round 1. So yeah, that's one of the players we haven't seen yet. Yeah, interesting that he picked Nival, because yeah, we haven't seen that one, and we have seen that map is well quite an issue for many players. So it's going to be definitely quite interesting. But yeah, we're going to be starting out on Tuatara, I believe. Yes, so we're now skipping once more. So yeah, we're going to have these 4 maps, and then once these maps are played, then I guess we rotate back to the first one, to Tuatara. So yeah, this map, again, introduction, a map by Deska, featuring mainly dirt, focusing on dirt, but has some other parts as well, some tech here and there. So it's a bit of a mixed map, but the emphasis is on dirt.
Yeah, so this is a very cool map, and I really like it. It's pretty slow, but first of all, who's not familiar with cup mode, because we don't have rounds mode now, it's cup mode. And how cup mode works is as followed. You have a... so you play each map. You have 4 maps in this map pool, and you play each map for 4 rounds with 1 warm-up before that. Then you collect points on your respective position. Razii, if he gets first, he gets 10 points, not in the warm-up, only in the live rounds, that is after the warm-up. Sam, who could get second here, gets 7 points, and then Chayrim with third position 5, and fourth position gets 3 points. And you collect those points to a certain point threshold, which is in this case 100 points. And if you have surpassed this point threshold, you activate the finalist mode. The finalist mode means that you have to win 1 more round in order to make it into the next round, and only the top 2 goes through. So we play until the second position, so we can see all players being finalists, and 1 more round can decide it then for the second position. But hey, we're gonna start now. Take it over, eFFecT. Take over the first round here on Tuatara from Deska.
All right, so we have 4 players. We have Chayrim, Javzo, Razii, and Sam battling it out for a top 2 position. And as Turbo well explained, we're playing cup mode. So yeah, definitely need to push for that first position, because that gives you a lot of points. That gives you every time 10 points. We see already a mistake coming in from Chayrim, just falling it back a little bit, but no complete full stops yet.
Oh, Javzo.
And yeah, there we have the
Nice
first
jinx.
one. Javzo dying. So we have a battle now in the front between Sam and Razii. Chayrim can still come back, but it's quite unlikely, I would say. But we have our eyes currently on Sam versus Razii. Razii actually passing Sam on the dirt section, and now we have the last straight. But Sam actually has more speed. Will he be able to come close? But not enough. 0.05 of a second difference. Razii closing it out the first round for him, so 10 points. Interesting enough, we have 7 points for Sam, so the point distribution is 10, 7, 5, 3.
Yep.
Not sure if you mentioned that, but yeah,
I did.
Oh, sorry then.
Oh, good.
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, the point repartition is here something else. It is 1 point, 1 additional point to the default format. I mean, usually you get 6 points for the second position, and 4 points for the third one, but you have 1 additional point to that. So the second place is a little bit more lucrative for that part. As we see, Javzo not with a good start, so he got the gear down there, but still is yeah, only 0.2 behind. Also, Sam is struggling a bit, but Razii holding up the flag strong here, the Croatian flag, and is still in the lead. Sam with the very, very outside approach, so he gathers a lot of speed. Also, Chayrim does it really, really good. So nothing has been decided here. This part will decide at the last part of the track. Only 15 seconds to go here. Make it 10 now.
Javzo.
And it's neck and neck here. Javzo with a good amount of speed. Attack player here. Razii jumping not that good here. Sam with a good amount of speed. Javzo as well. Javzo with a good landing. And Javzo could overtake Sam here in this ending. But it's not enough. What a close round here. Top 1, 2, 3. 0.07 of a second. What a great round, and Chayrim has to settle down with 3 points here. But look at that, Razii with the back-to-back 10-pointer.
Oh, Javzo, like he was so much behind, but he came so close.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, he still got third position, but it could have been even better if he wasn't that far behind at the start. But yeah, Chayrim currently in last position, but he's able to recover a bit. We are now in round, well, I'm not sure which round, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, we see Javzo making a mistake, touching the wall. I mean, he went very close last round there as well. So, yeah, he's not going to be able to come back from that. We have Chayrim in third place, and we have Razii trying to get away with a 0.2 of a second. Well, the gap is getting closer because Sam and Chayrim are pushing, trying to get a bit closer, but Razii is still ahead. Sam is going to try for it. Last turn coming ahead. Is Sam going to be able to come closer? And I don't think so, because Razii keeps his speed. and stays well ahead with 166 milliseconds in front of Sam.
And also a great time here, 0.66 by 67 by him, with the WR being a 53.87. So despite not going for that risky line, he gets himself 0.8 away from the WR, which is a very, very good time. And we're going to move to the next map here, Untamed Heart. And I think that this was the pick by Razii. And actually, we only have 3 rounds on each track. I thought it's 4 rounds, so I have to correct myself. So it's 3 rounds. All right, I see. So then we're going to cycle through all the maps, which is really cool to see. And yeah, that's the second map here. And we have 1 warm-up included. I'm not sure if this is also occurring for the second rotation of the maps, because we certainly will have a second rotation. And yeah, this is the TMGL styled map with a very hard ending section, and it's in general a very, very speedy map, if I can describe it as that.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the faster maps. Overall, very high pace. Yeah, Firestorm being known to be a active TMGL mapper, so definitely you see his mapping style from that also in this one. So very high speeds. There's also some kind of quite risky ending with some ice involved, where, well, you can easily miss the finish if you're not lined up properly. So that's definitely going to be one of the parts which people are going to have issues with. But overall, the rest of the track is just keep your pace, keep your speed, and you're going to be fine. So I would say most mistakes come from the ends.
Yeah.
But yeah, Javzo actually showing it quite nicely as well, getting a good line. But yeah, seems that Razii and Javzo are prepared for the first rounds on this map.
Yeah, I mean, Javzo has to do something here. I mean, he is the 3rd seeded player in this quarterfinal, and then Chayrim comes in as the last seeded player. So a seeding was going on before that. So let's say Razii, who was 1st or 2nd on his round of 8, was the 1st seeded player and plays against worse opponents, concerning the ranking, of course, only the ranking from the round of 8. And I mean, he shows us why he was one of the fastest players there, and is currently batting it out with Javzo. Razii, however, not with a good approach here, but gets it quite nicely here, both of them actually, but it's still neck and neck between them. So let's see what Javzo is doing here. Loses a quite considerable amount of speed here in this section, so make it 0.2 of a gap here between them, but still there is the ending, which eFFecT has already mentioned. So this ending can be hard to do. Javzo comes a bit closer, now the dirt comes in. Razii goes super close there, was not able to touch there. That was so close from him, but Razii's extending his lead here to 0.3 of a second. Now the ending is remaining here. Razii with a very, very good approach, and this is the first 10 point of him, but it is actually Sam overtaking Javzo in the ending. No. Wow, what a crazy overtake by Sam in the ending, and Javzo again not with a 1st or 2nd placement.
Oh wow, I thought Javzo was on a good pace, but then Sam came close and was able to pass him on the last jump towards the finish. So that's very well done for Sam, securing him, I believe, 3 more points. So instead of 4 points, I think he gets 7. So that's definitely worth risking for. But yeah, Razii playing on a different level, staying ahead so far. So no way that other people could come close to him. Chayrim going very close to the checkpoint. Seems like he slow down a little bit. Might have had to release or something, because he's falling back more than 1 second behind at the moment. So it's a battle between the 3 players. Sam's in 3rd. Doesn't look like he got a very good speed and landing, so he's going to be falling back. But there's a battle between Razii and Javzo. Javzo died.
Yep.
Javzo died, and Razii is currently in 1st place, so Sam can maybe do something, but unless Razii makes a mistake, I don't think anything will change, because Sam is behind by almost half a second. Razii going very close on the left side of the finish, hits it, but still able to secure his 10 points. Sam getting 3rd, Sam getting 2nd, Javzo getting 3rd, and Chayrim getting 4th. Still able to finish. So Javzo overtaking Chayrim on the scoreboard, but if you compare that one to Razii's score, Razii already with 50 points, Has Razii won every round?
Yes, Razii has won every round, and Sam was in second place all the other rounds. So 30 times 35 divided by 5 is 7. So the average is 7. So he got an average of a second place finish every round. And Chayrim and also Javzo haven't really arrived in this match, as Javzo has made that mistake in that prior round. And we are already on this last round. Chayrim again with a mistake here in this section. And this looks super good for Javzo, as he's again in the first place. At first place here in this section, Razii with a lot of speed. Let's follow Razii here. Can he hold up with the perfect match, or will Javzo get himself a good placement here? Javzo with a good drift here. Look at that. Good apex for him. Accumulates a lot of speed in this section. 0.05 of a lead for Javzo still. And it's, yeah, Sam is also out here, so it's Javzo versus Razii in this ending section. Razii with an outside approach. Let's see, not steering a lot of the eyes. He has more speed, but Javzo will dethrone Razii, and Razii will throw away just 4 points for nothing. From 7 points to 3 points, just by risking the ending for that 10-pointer. But a good time by Javzo here with a 102.71. This is exactly what he was in need of. But, I mean, his opponent, Chayrim, has gotten himself second position, so that means that he comes 3 points closer. But I mean, it would be better if he would have gotten into that third place from Javzo's perspective, of course.
Yeah, indeed. Well, incredible was actually that Sam touched on the dirt section, on the last dirt section, and so Sam had to go for the safe route, for the safe finish. So that is why that Chayrim was able to come back. And Chayrim didn't make. I didn't think he made a mistake at the end, so he could just go for the risky finish. I think he didn't go for the risky finish unless Sam made another mistake. But yeah, good for Chayrim getting a few points, at least a few extra ones to maybe follow up with the other players. So there's always a possibility to come back, because of course, as we play cup modes, we have finalist mode. So even if you hit 100 points, even if Razii hits 100 points, he still needs to win one more round just to secure the win. So that gives other players some time to catch up.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, you cannot collect any more points than just being finalist. And this is the map Remedy. I think that Javzo picked this map, if I recall it correctly. Maybe also because of this ending here. If you remember this ending where Hugo unfortunately has faded a lot of times here. By just when I spectated him and he respawn just went for this, and this shows how hard it can be and how risky you can also like take a line here. As you can see, you have to avoid those pillars and really do a very, very precise drift. And Javzo just with a 54.8 time here. So that's a good time here. But Hugo, I mean, still local one here with a 0.17. Crazy time by him. And he is, of course, playing after that. So he's playing in the third quarterfinal. And we have one more warm-up. And now we're going to go live, as Razii just joined the server now. So I think we're going to have a fourth round. Okay, never mind, actually. Wait.
Chayrim touches?
Force end.
Yeah, I think they're going to force end, because another guy also just stopped.
Fourth round. Hello? They should, they just force the round to an end, but maybe they're gonna do it. So it's a warm-up here for Razii. His game has crashed, so some issues that has hit him, and yeah.
Ah, there you go.
Okay, now we're gonna go live here with, okay, don't finish. Okay, so Razii just wants a warm-up here on this track. So that's the warm-up for him, and we are a bit delayed, but hey, we have time, right? We have time between the matches. I mean, I'm hungry, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, indeed. I'm also hungry, but yeah, not sure when I can go eat. But yeah, we're gonna enjoy ourselves right now with the rest of the match. So yeah, Razii needing, well, still having his warm-up because he crashed, so he can do that right now. The only thing that they cannot really warm up to is the finish, because, well, they're not allowed to finish.
Yeah, indeed.
And I mean, that's probably the most important part that you might want to warm up, but oh well.
Okay, let's see. Is Sam finishing? Nope, he's not. So very nice to see that every player is behaving in a manly attitude. That's what I really like. Hello Yonel, you can also call me Turbo because Luckers is my clan, but well played. And now we're gonna go live in the first round here. Take it over.
So yeah, all 4 players first round on map Remedy by Keza. We already see a mistake coming in from Razii. Razii seems not to have warmed up properly enough.
Oh,
we also see Sam flying off. Yes, Sam flying off. So we currently have a fight between Javzo and Chayrim in the front. 2 players remaining, but Chayrim also making a mistake. Wait, so he has to respawn. So we have Sam. So wait, I need the chicken. Follow all, Cam. We see.
I am so fucking happy. Let's go.
Who's first right now?
It is Javzo in first.
Let's go.
Javzo is in first. Razii is 2 seconds behind. So if Javzo just saves it, he can maybe even go for the safe finish if he really wants to. Yeah, I don't. Maybe. But yeah, Javzo takes the normal finish, and yeah, gets first, gets those 10 points. Razii gets second, and then where are the other players? Sam finds the finish as well, and Chayrim as well. So many mistakes coming in from the players. And yeah, it was a bit of a...
Yeah, Clown Fiesta. I would just name it Clown Fiesta here.
Yeah, Clown Fiesta, that's a good word.
But I mean, eventually this Javzo, maybe that's why he has picked this map. He can really capitalize from that. And currently he is coming closer towards Sam, who is occupying P number 2. But he gets a good start, so Javzo has to settle in P2. Chayrim again with a mistake on this track. And also Razii is here in the mix, so only Chayrim is the player who has fallen behind. He actually got a penalty here when he was crossing that in the prior round. That's what I captured. That's why he wasn't able to clear that speed check. Because a penalty, yeah, you cannot really react to that because you just think that your car is accelerating, but it's not. You're just gonna realize it in the last moment. But Sam versus Javzo here in this part, as Javzo goes for a good line. So did Sam. Sam with more speed. Javzo with a better landing on the dirt. It's neck and neck here between the players in this ending. Sam or Javzo, who's risking it more for the 10-pointer. Sam with the better apex here. Javzo is doing it super risky, and what a great line. And he barely finishes. What was that finish, Javzo? How did you finish that? With a .69, only 4,000. A .769, only 4,000 ahead. Javzo, how did you finish? What? That was crazy, man.
Yes, indeed. And I just had, someone walked in, so I had myself on mute. So I missed the ending, but I heard it was very close. So that's good for Javzo, I guess, because he also improved his record, I see in the chat. So
yep,
that's definitely good. But yeah, going to the next round, we have Razii a bit behind, making an early mistake, so he will not have much of a chance in this round. We have Chayrim, Sam, and Javzo being in top 3. Chayrim going for a bit of a different line. Not sure if he's going to be able to survive that. He doesn't have that much exit speed, so it's definitely going to be a battle between Javzo and Sam. Javzo and Sam being the closest players together in the front. And Sam trying to drive away from Javzo. Javzo not having the much speed, but also going a bit too much outside, almost crashing, avoiding that clip. So that means that Chayrim maybe is able to pass him. Sam goes for the finish. Javzo is almost failing that one, but still is able to get into the finish. That was very close because he didn't have the line. The exit line from the drift was very close. And yeah, he also didn't have that much speed, so he jumped all the way right and barely made that one. So that was very close of him.
Actually, I was a bit in love here because I wanted to say Monka Steer as well, just when I could speak when you were finished, because it was Monka Steer by Javzo there, but still remaining in that second position. And yeah, look how close it actually gets here. Razii has fallen tremendously behind, only 70 points here for him. Just remember, he got a perfect start here with 50 points out of 5 rounds, and in the last 4 rounds he has gotten himself an average of 5 points. So not that good for him. I mean, still in the lead, but only 8 points ahead of Sam. And then we have also Javzo 4 points behind that. The only player who's dropped tremendously behind is Chayrim with 35 points, 23 points behind him. So it can get really close here. We can definitely see a double or triple final situation here. And also Chayrim can maybe come back strong because this was his pick here of a map.
Yeah, correct. Chayrim chose this map, so hope to see some good rounds from him. I mean, he's driving very good in the warm-up, so he's definitely could be able to come back from that 35 points. I mean, if he gets a few very good rounds, he could definitely close that gap a little bit. So that's probably what he would need. Yeah, in the meantime, yeah, Razii not driving that well on the last map, so we'll be looking at him as well if he's going to be able to stay in the lead in front of Sam, because, well, Sam and Javzo both are very close. They're just 4 points away from each other. So yeah, going to be quite interesting to see what's going to happen right now. And also, I guess it depends what place you end up. So even if top 2 goes through, it's quite important if you get first or second for your placements tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it gets important because when you're first, you're only playing against one person who is first and not against 2, you know? So you have an advantage over that. So let's say there are four semi, there are 4. Oh my god, Javzo, and also Sam. Oh my god,
Chayrim is already dead.
Oh my!
He had to respawn at the start. He had to respawn at the start. So.
Look at Javzo. Javzo is in second despite respawning. But okay, I want to explain it here. We have 4 quarterfinals, and of course there's only first and second going through, and so you play against first, second, and then your match and second. Let's say it like that. So if you're first, so you only play against one first person, which is of course an advantage for you, because the second players tend to be a little bit slower, in theory, than the first players.
Yeah.
But of course, it all depends on maps and so on. As Javzo will clock in a free set. Oh my god, my jinxing today. Aye, Javzo, what are you doing? Oh, and gets the penalty. Ah! Javzo with a penalty. Can he make that jump into the finish? Oh, what? How did he make that? What the hell? But yeah, Javzo makes that here. Chayrim not finishing. Sam at 69 points, and Razii wins it here and goes up into 80 points. But what a messy round.
Yeah, not good for Chayrim because he made a mistake at the start and had to respawn all the way. So, and I think he also had problems because even if you get the first checkpoint, it's not that easy, I think, to, well, know the line and stuff to still clear the jump after that. So it's, I think some of the players are not that experienced of like respawning at a certain checkpoint and saving, because yeah, you have the quick respawn, but Chayrim with a full hit and hits it again. So that's what I mean. Sometimes you have a very bad quick respawn and you have to go for the slow one.
Yeah.
And that one might sometimes be very difficult on a map like this one. For example, we saw that with Javzo, I think. No, was it Javzo at last round? He had issues getting to the finish.
Yeah, he was that.
Yeah, so there's definitely some issues going on there. But Razii seems to have touched the wall because Javzo is passing him, and Javzo is currently in first place. Okay, then I'm spectating the first player. That's good. So Javzo is in first place. Razii gets second. Sam is not able to pass Razii anymore and gets third. And then not sure if Chayrim I think gave up, so not getting any points this round.
Yeah, unfortunate to see that from Chayrim not finishing 2 or even 3 rounds in a row. And who was that? Who just completely brain-decked there? Okay, it was Razii, who completely jumped, or would have jumped against the CP, but he just respawned. So it's Javzo, Chayrim, and Sam battling it out here for that 10-pointer. Sam with a good landing there on the slope, and therefore will capitalize from that just a little bit. But Chayrim and Javzo both are pretty fast here. They are risking tier. Remember, it was Chayrim's pick here, and Javzo is dominating it here with yeah, I mean, after that mistake, oh my god, Chayrim with the slow-mo hit, so he pulls to Javzo there. And Sam with a lot of speed, so back and forth again. I wanted to call it here a bit, but all of a sudden it is, yeah, like, positions are changing here dramatically. But on the other hand, when you come to this part, I mean, the gaps are again very, very huge. 1 second between all the players. And yeah, we can see Sam getting himself the first position, Javzo in second, Chayrim in third. And is Razii able to finish? No, he has deleted. And I'm not sure what is going on because he's complaining in the chat, my game is an embarrassment. So that's not good because he didn't finish, and that means that the other players will come dangerously closer.
I think he might have some performance issues with the game. Maybe dropping some FPS freezes or whatever. Maybe something like that is happening to him.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. So yeah, I mean, if there's some technical issue, then I mean, I guess he can ask for a break, just to maybe restart his game or something like that. But
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he should do that. But we don't know. But
could
yeah,
also be just a slowdown or whatever. He got a clip, or yeah, maybe
yeah, but
got annoyed by something. Yeah.
But Razii, I mean, either Razii, Sam, or Javzo could close it out here. Javzo needs to win all 3 rounds, and Sam needs to be second, first, and then first again, or first, second. As you get the point. So he needs a first and second place in order to get finalists. Razii also needs a considerable victory, but he can also afford getting himself to second places and then a win. So it can get very cozy here. Or it is also very cozy concerning the points. And yeah, it will be decided maybe on the next map. And let's see if Razii can still hold up his lead that he has accumulated over the last couple, or like over the whole match here. But I mean, players have come closer.
Yeah, as you said, like they all 3 could close this match. If they, well, in Javzo's case, that's going to be very difficult because he needs to win 3 rounds in a row. But for Razii and Sam, that possibility is a bit higher, especially, well, I mean, if they play very consistent and they don't make much mistakes, then that can happen. I mean, we have seen also in the last map many mistakes coming in from the players. Seems like this match somehow makes people very nervous, while with the previous rounds that was not the case. Well, that's maybe seems like it. But in the meantime, we have Chayrim in first place. So Chayrim trying to get away, 0.1 of a second, but seems like he got that transition a bit badly, that jump. So he's going to lose his lead all completely, and the other players are going to be passing him. But Javzo lands on the right side, full stops there, and is going to be out of this one. Chayrim trying to get back, but it's not going to be enough. We have Sam getting first, Razii getting second, and then Chayrim getting third. Javzo still able to finish and gets fourth.
Yeah, but what?
Huh?
Sorry.
Yeah, so as we saw, Chayrim had a very good start, or maybe the other players made some mistakes, but then Chayrim was having a bit of an issue of doing that little like bump faster way. Well, faster way. I mean, we have seen some players taking the long way as well, so yeah, bit unfortunate for him falling back and then losing it to most of the other players.
Yeah, I mean, can happen to the best, and Javzo is definitely a player who is capable of doing pretty well on those kind of tracks, because he's a very versatile player and shows us that in this round, as we see the scenario where none of those players can win, actually, who are right now occupying P1 and 2 by Sam and Razii. But just when I say that, it's Razii overtaking Chayrim and goes for the attack on Javzo with more speed. So Razii needs a second place in order to get himself into the finalist mode into the next round. And Razii could well make it here. Javzo, however, stays in the lead and could go up into 93 points. So also a good opportunity for him to get himself the final status next round. But yeah, Javzo up to 93 and Razii up to finalist mode. Sam 97, yeah.
Yeah, fortunate for Sam. But yeah, we're gonna have, well, Razii, I mean, he was in the lead the whole match, I believe.
Yep.
So yeah, he has one round where he is able to close it out without the other players having a finalist right now. So good for Razii if he can close this out. But currently it's Sam in the lead. Sam definitely wants to, well, avoid Razii getting that wins. I mean, Sam also need a few points still to get finalist. But yeah, the better Sam drives, the better it's of course for him. If Razii doesn't get the win, or if Javzo doesn't get a finalist, that's of course in his advantage. But yeah, a lot of things can happen right now. We have currently now Chayrim fighting for first place against Sam. So Sam trying to, well, keep that first position, but now he loses that. Sam actually goes for a way tighter line. So Sam gets that first position again. A very tight line. And I think, yeah, Sam is getting this first place this round. A bit of a wobbly landing on those platforms, but still maintains first place. Chayrim gets second. Javzo gets third. Razii, gets last, but the points don't make a difference for him. But yeah, Javzo not having enough points to get finalists. So that's brings that gives Sam also an opportunity to close down the match for the next rounds.
Yeah, but the bright side for Javzo is that Razii hasn't clutched it out, and therefore Javzo has a guaranteed finalist attempt if he just finishes this round. Of course, 98 points looks very bad right now. He could have gotten himself up into the finalist mode, but it is Sam who denied points towards Chayrim and also to Javzo, of course, who could have gone up to finalist mode himself, but that isn't the case, as we still have Sam and Razii in finalist mode, so you don't lose to finalist mode if you didn't make it. And we gonna go to Untamed Heart again, where we've seen, I would actually stress out here Razii and Javzo, where Javzo had a very good start, but was a little bit wonky in this ending section, where we've seen this overtake here from Sam. Maybe you remember in round 4 or so, all of the total thingy. But Sam looks strong here, and also Razii has a good time here. So interested to see if they can keep it up. Oh my god, Sam, what was that? He was glued to the wall there. Have you seen that?
Yes, Sam using every inch of the dirt to his advantage. So definitely getting the more speed and even getting away from Razii. Wow. Razii with a very beautiful hit into the finish, but if that was a live round, I mean, I would have thought that then Chayrim would have passed him. But hopefully he doesn't do that in the live round. But as you said, for Javzo, it's not the optimal situation, but also not the worst situation, because nobody has won yet. So if Javzo just denies them, then he will also be finalist without other people getting the win.
Yeah, okay, let's go here into the first round. We have a double finalist situation here. It is Razii versus Sam. Sam not with a good start, but let's go ahead and follow him. Maybe he can make some comeback happen. He's quarter of a second behind Razii with a beautiful low jump. Look at this apex. Look at the speed. Super, super nicely done by him. So he's up into the lead. Extends the lead, but there's also Chayrim who can have a saying. He's at 57 points, but Razii with a mistake. And this is the chance for Sam here to qualify himself to the next day, to the semi-final, and with a top seed. But Chayrim is there to deny him. Chayrim not with the best turn there, but it's Sam versus Chayrim here in this ending. Sam with more speed. Chayrim, let's follow him for this last turn. Oh my god, Sam going super far outside. He has more speed, but there, just when I said it's neck and neck between both of them. Sam with a good landing. It's all in the ending. 8,000 in this last checkpoint. Who will take that victory? It is Chayrim denying with the 102.67. Javzo finishes in second, and we have a triple final situation.
What a round.
Oh man.
So, they had to go for the risk, as it's all or nothing, especially for Sam. Sam needs to get the win. So even if he saves, it's not going to be enough. But Chayrim with a crazy finish right there. Making sure that nobody gets any win. But Chayrim is still very far behind. But I mean, he can still do a comeback if he tries to. But Chayrim currently not in the best position, currently in P3, almost getting passed by Sam. So, but Chayrim getting a very tight line. Holy, he's getting a bit closer. But Javzo is dying. So, Javzo is falling back, but Chayrim again. Oh, but he touches on the ice, and I should go now to Razii.
You're jinxing everyone.
Razii and Sam, the first two players which got finalists. Who's going to be able to get that one? Most likely, we're going to see a winner of this match. Sam currently in first place. We see Razii not that far behind. It's all going to be in the ending. If Sam makes a mistake, then Razii can capitalize from that. But both are going to go for the risky. Razii has more speed, but not enough because Sam still keeps it. Razii was getting closer, but Sam just plays it a bit safe, slows down quite a bit. But it's not enough for Razii to pass him. So Sam being our first winner for this match. And we still have one more spot that goes through tomorrow to the semi-final. And that can be, right now, that can be Razii of Javzo.
Yeah, this could be the last round out of this quarterfinal. It is Chayrim against the world here. Javzo with a beautiful start. And this would be the first upset, first real upset that Razii would have, if Razii would have not made it. This is a situation that is actually, yeah, like for me, I didn't see that one coming, but Javzo with a beautiful performance here. Also a good approach in this section, goes super far inside though, but touches again. Javzo again with a mistake there, and he needs to rely on Chayrim now, or a mistake from Razii that he can qualify to the next round, but Chayrim also died, and then we have also Javzo behind, so that's CGG for Razii. He can actually save this ending. That is the victory for him. And unless he won't make, or unless he does not fail the ending or so. But yeah, he's 5.4 seconds ahead. And Razii should be aware of that, but he's still going for that.
Oh big balls.
God. Okay.
Oh.
So Razii is through, but only quote-unquote on second position. But yeah, Razii is through. Sam also through. Javzo stood up a good fight, but he just failed in this last section there, which wasn't meant to be. And he's unfortunately out. So GG's to Sam and Razii, who played very good, but Javzo stood up a good fight, and also Chayrim in the ending. So that was a good performance, and this concludes quarterfinal 1 and 2. So that was quarterfinal 2. Quarterfinal 1 was covered by none other than TM Geek. So you can also check him out. He's casting it. Maybe it's going on still. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a break now because I believe food will be ready. So we'll be back later. I guess you're also gonna be taking a break from the stream or not. But yeah, I need to go now. So we'll see you back in probably like 20 or 30 minutes.
Okay, just join in and tell me when you're in. So just be in the call, and that's fine.
Yep. All right.
Okay. So okay, the match has ended there actually, and we have as next we have a quarterfinal 3. Where I will take over. Let me actually go here into the